Everyone. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Rosemary, and we can see you.
Thank you so much, PT Josephat, for this opportunity to share on this forum. My names, as you have heard, are Rosemary Migiza Luvandare. That's the name that is known in this system. I reside in Eldoret, where I've been all through from the time I left school. I worked in Eldoret most of the time, and I'm doing the business in Eldoret. I'm happy to have joined Neolife, which I joined in May 2018. So I've been here for almost 3 years, 3.5 years. And before that, I'd just left banking, where I'd worked for almost 3 decades. So 6 months down the line, I met this opportunity to which I grabbed wholeheartedly. One, because I just retired, and the reason why I had retired is because I was tired. The banking industry can be very tiresome and very stressful. So it reached a time I just decided, no, I think it's time to leave and just relax at home. So I just wanted to relax. But then I met this opportunity through a friend, one of my former colleagues, and she told me, I've heard something, let us just go and listen. I think it is good. By that time, I was having quite a number of people with health issues. And I just decided, let me go and listen. So I went and listened to the business in one of the hotels here in Eldoret. And the same day I listened, I joined. And I've not regretted why I joined. One, I said before, but when I left the bank, I was feeling tired and my body was quite heavy. Actually, I could not climb stairs so much. Most of the time when I went to a building, I would look to see if there was a lift. If not, then I knew I was grounded because I would just walk so slowly. By the time I reach where I'm going, I'm panting. I had to take a lot of time, maybe to relax before maybe I went if it was a meeting. But currently, after using the products, the Neolife products, I feel so much energized. And I've been using the products since then, plus my family and any friend that I meet, I've been telling them about the products. So the products have really worked, and when we say our products work, they do work. So I'm happy to be here today to talk to you about the topic that I've been given, which is stress management. Every one of us has a level of stress. There is no one who can say that they are not stressed. Every day we meet so many challenges. Every day when you wake up in the morning, like when you're doing even the Neolife business, you're wondering, will the people I talk to today be willing to take up the business? PT has just said about maybe people telling you about that maybe this is a scam, it's a pyramid scheme, and it stresses one. If you don't know how to answer, you'll get stressed. So each one of us has a level of stress in one way or another. Now, the difference normally comes is how you can manage that stress. Are you able to take it up? Are you able to adapt to it? Because if you don't adapt to it, then it builds up and it can give you some, maybe some health issues. And sometimes there are some people who go even to the extent of maybe committing some crimes. This has been very common in the country currently. So today, let's talk about stress management. So if you allow me, PT, I want to share a screen. Okay. So we'll start with is stress? I want to cover what is stress, the causes of stress, and how much to manage stress, and then I'll go to the new life solutions. So I'll be very fast, and I hope we'll be able to follow one another. And because I'm sharing the screen, at least you can also read for yourself. So what is stress? Stress is the feeling of being overwhelmed or unable to cope with mental or emotional pressure. As I said, each one of us has some level of stress. So it is a feeling of being overwhelmed. You feel like it's too much. And there are two main types of stresses. One is acute stress, and the other one is chronic stress. The difference just comes in the little stresses that we experience on a daily basis, or the more severe stress that can build up when you are exposed to a stressful situation over a long period, and you've not been able to manage it. So the acute stress, the little stress, maybe you can manage it a little. And sometimes if you don't manage it, then it builds up and it becomes something that can bring problems to our health or mental condition. So what are the causes of stress? One of the causes of stress is being under lots of pressure. Maybe it's a job, it's a lot of pressure. You need to meet deadlines. Maybe it is from the family, like let me say, maybe in the African sector. If you are maybe a firstborn or someone maybe who at least you are able to financially, then you find that everyone looks at you for any financial assistance. So you feel like maybe you are so under a lot of pressure, you need to do this, or there are so many jobs, so many responsibilities that are coming your way that you need to attend to. Number two, when you are facing big changes like job loss, like last year from the COVID time, so many people lost jobs. And that put a lot of pressure on people, or loss of a loved one. It puts a lot of pressure on you. You feel like you are really pressurized, and it stresses you a lot. Or worrying about something. For example, the COVID uncertainties. You don't know whom you are meeting. So you go meeting people and you're like, hey, where was this person? So some of those uncertainties, they'll bring a lot of stress. And sometimes you can start even having a headache where you are not supposed to have a headache. Because stress brings a lot of illness in our body. Or another cause would be not having much or any control over the outcome of a situation. Some things happen in our lives which we cannot control. And if you decide to dwell on it so much, then it can bring a lot of stress to you. Or you get responsibilities that you're finding overwhelming, let's say financial obligations, I've just talked about it, peer pressure, so-and-so has a car, maybe I have to have a car, so-and-so has built up a big house, I want to build up that house. So if you have not really organized yourself well, you feel like you are under pressure. You want to do it, and yet you are not able to do it. Not having enough work activities or change in your life, you become bored. You don't want to wake up to go to work. You are stressed. That work is so boring. It's just the same, the routine. It has become routine. You need to do something which you can change, at least a change. They normally say that change is like rest. So when you change at least something that you're doing, you talk to different people. That one somehow reduces stress. But if it is the same routine, you're doing that, you wake up in the morning, it's the same thing you are doing day in, day out. And sometimes it brings up boredom, and it can bring some sort of stress. And then we have the times of uncertainty, like the political temperatures that we are in even right now. We are wondering how will next year be by December, when finally the political temperatures go so high, how will it be? So there are quite a number. We cannot say that we exhaust. These are just some of the causes of stress. So let us look at how do we manage stress. How can we manage stress? One, we can manage stress by taking breaks. from watching or reading or listening to news. The network marketers, we normally say that listening to news or listening to TV is just a waste of time. It gives you a lot of stress for no reason. You could do something better during that time. Maybe read a good magazine, read something that motivates. You can listen to something that is motivating. Take a break from watching things that bring stress. You realize even currently, like in the news, things are so stressful. The other day, they were just talking about an athlete who had been murdered by her husband. You hear about someone who was a murderer, he has escaped from police cells. You start wondering who next will he get and maybe murder. So there's a lot of things that can bring a lot of stress to our minds when we are watching or maybe listening. So it's the best thing is to maybe not to do those things. Maybe avoid things that would give you stress. Another one is take care of yourself. Now, if you take care of yourself, like good health habits, in your life, we teach people about good diets, with what you need to do, the New Life programs that we have, then they can reduce your stress levels. If your body is okay, you feel like you are not stressed so much. If you are sick, you feel stressed because sometimes you go to the hospital, you are given drugs. Two weeks down the line, it's not working. But when you have good health habits, then you feel that your body is okay. You sleep well, you eat a good diet, and also you exercise. So when you do those things, you find that your body is feeling okay, you're feeling energetic, and that reduces your stress levels. We have also talked about exercise, take care of your body. And we're not saying that you have to go to the gym. Just a brisk walking, 30 minutes, sweat a bit, that's enough. Some of us, we do so much exercise by going maybe to the farm. In London, it is farming. So because of the products, I go to the farm, I spray the super grow, I walk around, and I feel like I've done enough exercise with my body. Make time to unwind. Work can bring you a lot of stress. Your body needs to relax. Your body needs to unwind. So it is just good that you relax, take time to relax, take your family out, have some lifestyle. And we are lucky that we are in an opportunity that can give you that. The New Life Opportunities provides a lifestyle. You work well, you'll be given a holiday with your spouse. And that way, then it's another way of relaxing. Or talk to others, share. When you talk to others, when you meet as a group, it makes you at least release some of the stress. Like if you have a problem, say that a problem shared is half solved. So when you share a problem or when you share with people, you feel like that those stress levels are able to go down. New Life Family also gives us that. If I have something that is disturbing me, I'll just take a phone, I'll call my PT, I tell PT, I have this problem that is disturbing me. And because we are a family, he is able to give me some solutions and I feel relaxed. So the stress levels are able to go down. Connect with others through events like this one, Zoom, we are connecting with you, we are connecting with the people who are very far. So we are able to at least to be a family that is talking to one another. Connect with your community and go to church. Be involved in the community, be involved with the things that the community does. And that one also reduces your stress level. We had said that one of the problems that you may have with which causes stress is financial, maybe obligations. Maybe whatever you get is enough. There's always an extra. The money ends before the month ends. So New Life business gives us that opportunity to earn some extra income. And even if you join as a part-time, later on you may find that maybe it is giving you much, much more than what you are getting when you are employed. So near-life business opportunity gives us that opportunity to get extra income. So if the stress levels are caused by financial, lack of finances to meet your obligations, then you are in the right place here in the near-life business opportunity. Then avoid drugs and alcohol. They don't add any money. Instead, they just add you problems. You'll use the little money that you have for drugs or alcohol, and the problems are still there. You go back to your home, the problems are still there. So the stress level still goes up. So it's just good that people avoid drugs and alcohol. Having said that, let us look at some of the benefits of stress management. Your physical health gets better. You get more energy and stamina. Your emotions stabilize. You get a positive attitude. You are hopeful. You are happier. You are able to focus and do so many things. You are able to focus and even improve on even the business, like the business opportunity that we have. And you are able to learn and achieve. We are all here because our stress levels are low. So we are listening and we want to learn and achieve much from what we are learning. So let us look at some of the new solutions that can assist us manage our stress levels. So when you look at financial and work freedom, then the business gives you to be your own boss. So you have work freedom, you get financial freedom. Health and wellness, we have the various programs that we have to help you feel better. Weight management program, chronic diseases management, skin care. There are some people who get stressed when they have acne. The skin is not good, they get stressed. So we have very good skin care to take care of you so that you can feel good and you look good and you feel, yeah, you can face anyone. So some of the key products to manage our stress levels would be Pro Vitality, which is our daily nutrient requirement. Once your body is okay, your stress levels will go low. We have the Herbal Rest and Relax, a very good herbal for relaxing our muscles, our minds, our nerves. We have the Formula 4, which is a blend of vitamins and threonine. Remember, threonine gives us a lot of energy. You have Aloe Vera Plus, our juice. So for those who want to drink or whatever, then drink our aloe vera. Because this one, even if you take a whole bottle, then it will not give you problems. Instead, you'll have gotten good energy and good health. I've talked about threonine, which you can also find in Pro Vitality. Then the feminine and masculine herbal for balancing of hormones. Most of us, especially ladies, as we age, we reach some age, menopause, and you start feeling a lot of stress. When you take feminine herbal, it will reduce your stress levels. The same with men. It will balance your hormones and you'll feel okay. The Daily Vitality Pack, it's also a vitamins pack and contains threonine. Chelated Calmag is good for the joints and bones, and it relaxes your body. Vitamin B complex, if you can't afford vitamin B, then you can get it from the Daily Vitality Pack or the Formula 4. And then omega-3 salmon, which is just good for your heart and also for the activation of your brain. Once your brain is activated, then you feel like you are energetic, you are able to answer things or to remember things well, and that reduces your stress levels. So stress management is, it is you as a person to see how you can manage it. You have to adapt it or work away from the stress or look for remedies. If it is financial, we say that New Life gives us a good opportunity. If it is something that is health-wise, then we have the best programs in New Life. I think that is all I have today for stress management. And I hope it has helped someone somewhere. At this junction, I want juncture, I want to invite our next speaker, Charles Bett, to talk about business launch. Because when we know about our business launches, if we can know how to launch our business and how to do it, then even our stress levels will go down. Welcome, Charles.
Okay, thanks a lot, Rosemary. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe you can stop sharing. Thank you. As you've heard, my name is Charles Bett, and I want to thank our BT and Rosemary for this juncture you've given me to share with you tonight on the business lounge. And as we have been told, business lounge is the main pillar of our business. If we don't do it right on the first day, I'm telling you the truth, you might not get it right. You might lose that new person or our new member from day one if you don't do it right on the first day. So a little bit about of myself because of time. My name is Charles Bett. I'm an employee, a government employee, and I do the business as a part-time. I joined the business last year, December, and since I joined the business, I've seen a lot of benefits in this business. I've experienced changes in my life and in our family, and I'm seeing our future being greater even as we continue in this business. So I made this business through a great friend of mine, and that is our PT. And I'm very lucky he's the one who took me through the business lounge. And I'm very grateful. I'm sure he did it the right way. And throughout the time, I've been able to learn more things about the business lounge. And I know some of the people, some of the members may not have had the opportunity to be taken through the business launch very well. But so I'll be able to share some few tips of how to do the business launch with all of us here. It might help some of us to improve when we bring in new members on board. So allow me to share my screen. Okay. Okay, so it's about business launch. I'll not take a lot of time. I'll just remind ourselves what we are supposed to do when we are doing business launch. Business launch is just like kit opening, and I'll divide this into four parts. So the first one is a kit launch, which sets a clear roadmap on our business. So what happens on the kit launch? We are told when you bring in a new member, we should not take more than 3 days after this member has received his or her kit before we do a business launch. This can be done either physically or virtually. Either way, you should not take much more time because this person is eager to know about the business. Remember, this guy has taken time for him to make his up mind or decide whether to join the business or not. There might be some distractions from the side. So please, let's not waste a lot of time before we do a business launch for him or her. So we go through the contents of the kit together. All of us have kits and have received the kits. We know what is inside the kit. Take time to go through the content of the kit together with your new prospect or our new member. Specifically, the most important ones I've highlighted here, like compensation plan and the price list. So all of us will be well versed with the compensation plan of our business and even the price list, so that when we explain to our new member, we don't try to confuse them about the new terms being used there, like PVs, point values, which you yourself should be knowing it, how the business compensates the members on different levels. The second thing you should be able to take our members through, or a new member, is the product catalog in details. You yourself, I'm assuming you should be able to have gone through the product catalog and you know what is inside. Remember, this member joined in through maybe a Zoom meeting, he attended a Zoom meeting, and on Zoom meetings on Saturdays or on Mondays, we don't go through the catalog in details. So this is a time where you go one by one and explain to the member what is there on the catalog. And even there are other also brochures which explain more on the products. Make sure you also take them through. On the other thing is how to use the back office and the Neolife website. I don't know if all of us know this one. Some members might not even have known how to use it, but ensure that you take them through how to use the back office. Remember, this is a backbone of our business. Nowadays, we do our business using the back office. There's no physical. Physical, I think, is only maybe 10% nowadays. No walking to the office. You just do it on your laptop or on your phone. So please ensure you know how to use the back office and also the website and take the members through them. And remember also to register them through mobile banking facility. There are some forms which are always inserted on the kit, whereby you have to know how to register this guy on a mobile banking facility. This is important because, number one, it registers on the mind of the new member that there's some money he's expecting at the end of the month. But now if you just leave them like that, they don't expect anything coming into their account or into their M-Pesa account. The most important thing again is listen to know their why. There's a catalog or there's a brochure inside or a booklet inside the kit, which guides you through how to get to know the why of the person. Why did this person join the business on that stage? You need to understand, is it financial issues? Is it health issues? Please understand exactly, listen, so that you can know how to guide this person in this business as he starts the business. If it is financial, you know how to guide them financially. If it is about health, you know that you concentrate on the product catalog very well. If it is financial, you go through the compensation plan on deeply and show them how to reach the director level and earn more money on a short period. Another thing is listen and ask them about their goals. We have short-term and long-term goals. So most people join the business without goals. Guide them on how to get the goals. Short-term goals can be 1 year goals, 6 months, or 3 months. And the long-term goals goes even up to 5 years. For example, some of us, if you are an employed person or somebody who is financially deficient, he might be saying, I want to be financially free by the end of the 5 years. So you walk through with them through the journey of being financially free and know how to guide them through. Develop a plan of action. Plan of action is what I'm trying to say. Guide them on how to achieve what they want to do. Like if they want to be financially free, you will develop a plan of action like for this month, what are we seeing? How many PVs are we expecting? How many people are we trying to recruit? How many sales are we trying to make? And out of all this, put a plan and keep tracking the plan and see if it is possible and if the person is following it up or not. And remember, you must lead by example so that you show them the way. We are told goals plus plan of action is equal to success. There's no success without plan of action and goals. If you only set goals without plan of action, you might not succeed. So remember, this is the guiding principle. And also the most important thing, you might not be well versed in the business. You might not understand exactly all these things because you might enter the business a month ago and you get a new person. So always you can engage a service of your upline or a PT to help you do the business launch. As our PT always say, there's a formula she uses. She says, I do, and then we do, and then you do. That means on the first time, the PT or your upline comes and helps you to do the business launch with your new member. The second time you do together, that is you take some parts on the business launch. And the third time, that is the time now you yourself, you should be able to do the business launch by yourself and also help your members to do the business launch. That will show the growth also in you. Not all the time you are calling your upline to help you to do the launch. That will show that you are not growing and you don't even also understand the business. Okay. The second one, the power of developing positive daily habits. Ensure you stress this one on our new members. We know the 3 powers, the 3 positive daily habits. The first one is use the products. Ensure you change the mindset of the new member that they need to be an example of power of a new life product. They need to use the new life product in their homes. We have been told by our first speaker, these products we have. Either the supplements, you need to replace the home products, supplements, kitchen, baths, products, and also the home care products with new life products that have similar function. All of us have gone through these things and we know. We have been told about the, aloe vera. Like me, I have my aloe vera plus. So we know most of us have been throwing functions in our families. We go to the supermarket and still buy Coca-Cola and Fanta for our kids and our visitors. when you can buy these products and promote your health and also your business. So look around your kitchen. Our speaker yesterday, the doctor was saying, nowadays when she goes to the supermarket, the only thing she picks over the aisle is the tissue paper. I don't know if you remember when she was saying that. So meaning that all other things you see in the supermarket, especially where we have the kitchen products, you can be able to get a supplement or a replacement using the Neolife products. That will boost your business and also your health wise. Use the products every day and share your personal experience. Remember, you might not share these products. The next point when I'm going, you cannot share the business or the products if you are not using yourself. What will you tell people? So you have to use the products so that you can give a testimony. The second thing is share the products and opportunity. Teach them how to create a name list. We have been taught many times of how to make a name list. I cannot go through it again. All of us, I think, know them if you have been attending trainings. I've talked there of who do you know takes supplements, which person do you know have issues with the health, which person have passion with sharing with other people, which person need extra money. All these things you know. And now to get to create a name list. And we are told never discriminate or never judge a person before even you invite them to the business. That the most important thing also is ensure you develop your story. You have been told how to make our own story. It has to be short and make sure you relate it with your prospect or with the new member you have brought. So story also, we have been told how to make our own story, and I know all of us are having our stories now. And sure, you teach our new member also, and we are told no story has to be perfect. At any given time, even a new member has a story to tell. So that when he meets a new member also, when he's trying to share the opportunity, he has something to say to the new person. So that he doesn't feel shy and say, no, I don't know this thing. It is my PT who has succeeded. Me, I don't know, I've not succeeded. Please teach them how to make a story, because we have been told how to make a story. And all of us know it. We have slides of how to make our story. Show different ways of sharing the opportunity. Also in the brochures we have in the kit, it shows us how we can share the opportunity. It can be one-on-one. It can be when you are on the go. You can invite them to a physical meeting, the ones who have been told every day, like the one in Nairobi, 680 Hotel. You can invite them to a Zoom. So show this new member how to invite and share the opportunity. Show them how to follow up, and also the challenges to expect and how to overcome objections. In our business, we know we have a lot of challenges and also objections. Please strengthen this member. Joining is easy, but keeping the faith or keeping the momentum is the main issue. People join, but within the first month, 2 months, they think this thing is not working. When they try to do this thing, they share the opportunity, they get a lot of objections, but you should show them how to be strong and overcome them. The third one on positive habits is personal development. Most successful business owners spend at least 15 minutes or 30 minutes reading, listening, or watching to content for self-improvement. Our PT, when we were starting the meeting, stressed this one up, that if you don't train, you are not doing the business. These are a very important thing in our business. Ensure we train. That's why we have training from Monday to Sunday, every day. The more you train, the more you know the business, and the more you become confident and how to overcome most of these challenges that the people are faced through. The more we hear the stories of people, we get to know how to overcome them. There are some important books that I've only shared two, which you can share with your new person, and How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And number two, GoPro, which is our, I can say our dictionary, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional by Eric Warren. So these ones you can share with the new member on the day when you are doing a business launch. Tell them to start reading this one. This will give them a positive mindset about the business. And don't be stuck to where they can start, because when people join the business, they normally say the number one challenge we know is, I'm not a marketer. I don't know how to talk to people. But if you share such a book to them, these guys will be able to know that these things are possible. You don't have to be a marketer to do this business. You have to do it professionally. Encourage them to join a reading club. In our group, we are lucky. We have a reading club whereby members are encouraged to read daily and share ideas. This one, even those people who have not been readers, I know 80% of us stopped reading books when we came out of the school, and social media is taking over most of our reading habits. So encourage them and make sure you register them in the reading club so that these people can also start developing reading habits. Encourage them also to listen to podcasts, motivational speakers, instead of watching these things which don't help them in the TV. The third thing I wanted to share is on that business lounge, show them the need to sacrifice. In our business, there's a lot of sacrifice. Number one, resources. In brackets, you sacrifice money a lot. Some of us don't even have these phones, what do you call the digital phones, which can access the social media, laptops, airtime, and even also sometimes bundles. So people have to know that they have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice time. This training needs time. Every day you have to spare around one hour. I think you are all aware. So our new members should be told that every day, my friend, you have to sacrifice on your time. And also sharing, create time for sharing with other people, and also time for reading. So in totally, your lifestyle has to change. Family and friends also. You should also tell them about how to relate. That things will be changing. They'll be needing support and understanding from their immediate families and friends. We know many people who have joined the business who are very enthusiastic. Let's say it's a lady, but when she tries to share the same idea with the husband, you'll find out that the other guy is trying to pull them down, discourage them. Let me tell you, this guy will not go far. So we have to make sure that you also give them support when they are going through this thing. We know people who have taken extra classes to improve their skills. We have Lydia Mwesa is an example. So it might also take some sacrifice for you to give out some extra coin or even time for you to improve on your skills so that you can improve on your business. Show them the need for persistence and perseverance. Our business needs persistence. So don't give up so easily. Encourage this guy not to give up. The fourth one and the last one is the most important, which many people don't talk about, but I had it somewhere on this podcast. Set the targets and follow through with your new member. Don't leave them just like that after business launch. Ensure you ask them, so what are we agreeing? What are we doing? This one our PT knows very well, where before you finish, you agree, you write them down. If possible, you sign them down so that at the end of the month, you agree. How much did we go? How much did we achieve? What was the shortcomings? What happened on this? And from there, you can measure the progress of the person. The second one is how often do you contact or update each other? Agree. Agree. How can I contact you? Maybe call me once a week or something like that. How can you help them grow, even bringing in new members on board? And the last and the important thing, when you go silent, what do I do? That one I think I had it somewhere with the PT. Because in this business, it's a relationship business. And most of the people you bring in, they become our friends. But sometimes people go through stress, as our first speaker has said. What do? People have lost job and he was in your business. What do? Do you still bombard him and ask him to do the BVs every month? So you need to agree and ask them, when I see you go silent, what do I do with you? How do I approach? And from the beginning, if you said this one straight, I think you'll not offend someone or you'll not lose someone on the way. Because some people even refuse to take our tests and even our calls, and we don't know what to do with them. I think it is because we didn't agree on the first date. So these are some of the things you go through on a business launch. I've tried to summarize them so much. And as I said, you might not do it perfectly on the first time, but with practice, I know everything is possible. Try to learn it as much as possible and ensure you don't lose this person on the first time. Most people, we lose them on the first time when we don't do the right business launch. So because of time, I want to give it back to our PT so that we can do the recognition. I hope I've tried to help someone who have not done business launch. You can do something better and retain your new member. Ask yourself this, how many members do you bring every month? And how many do you retain them? Can you do that ratio? All of us are here. You can do the ratio and see what was the reason and what went wrong. So thank you so much, PT. I have stopped sharing. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Charles. That's really elaborate, and we appreciate that. I wish when I started the business, I got this kind of stuff, you know. For some of us who are not lucky, so thank God that you have listened to this one, especially those who just joined us recently. And what Charles has done is to sort of ground you, you know. And for those of us who have been there for some time, now we are aware of how we should ground the new members who are coming on board. There's a book called Your First Year in Network Marketing. And when you read it, you'll confirm much of what Charles has shared with us. And it warns us that in your first year, that is the year to really learn the ropes. That's the year to be tested and proven that you qualify to be successful in this business. That is the year to go through some fire and you'll be refined and you'll be shining at the other end of fire. So spend quality time with your upline director so that what Charles has shared with us becomes a reality. If you feel inadequate, your upline director is very critical on that. So thank you so much, Charles, for that wonderful session. Thank you so much, Rosemary, for the session on stress management. You emphasize on the need of using the products. You saw Charles is already equipped with his Aloe Vera Plus. And if you are around, you can also come for some share here. I still have some remaining. So you take it in the evening and, you know, you sleep like a baby, no stress, you know. I'm not trying to really give you appetite that I will not quench. I'm only saying, make sure the next order that you are doing, you buy Aloe Vera. This will sort you square. It's so nice. I mean, oh my. You can see how sweet it is. So make sure you take in the evening so that it helps in the digestion. It removes any gases in your stomach. It calms your nerves. So you sleep like a baby. All right, now we want to finish the session, that wonderful session, by way of doing some recognition. And I want to request each one of us, even if you are not unmuted, please appreciate and clap for those who are being recognized. You know, even from your heart, find it necessary to really recognize and appreciate them and clap for them. And you know what will happen? Before the month ends, or in the near future, you'll be the one to be recognized. And I want each one of us to always be in this list of people being recognized for either sponsoring or doing high personal PVs. I have discovered that if you get used to being recognized, finally you'll be among the top performers. So always take advantage of the recognition. So let's together go to the list of people who have been able to sponsor this far. We are just at the middle of the month, and I want to challenge each one of us to use the remaining days to make sure that you are in this list. So, there we are, Superstars Team Recognition for this month of October. Today is 19th. And we start with those who have sponsored one. By the way, it starts with sponsoring one. The minute you're able to sponsor one person, be sure you can sponsor 10, 20, and so on and so forth. So we have Boniface Moranga, congratulations. Charles and Miginza, you can unmute yourself among others so that you're able to clap for those who are being recognized. Stella Chebret, Dr. William, Haron and Damaris, Masharia, Sylvia Bulbo, Redempta Kerotich, Jane Bugura, Mr. Luce Duo, congratulations. Helen Sichangi, congratulations. Christy Ondari, Joyce Ondari, The two ladies there are doing an amazing job. Mary Cuccio, Douglas Giro. So those ones have sponsored one each. You'll agree with me that this list is small. So by next week on Tuesday, we want to have 5 times of this list. Let everyone sponsor. When you sponsor, your business grows. There is no shortcut, by the way. And I'm not saying it is easy, but it is so doable if you are willing. So appreciate if you're not able to sponsor, appreciate that you're not able to sponsor, but then don't stop at that. Ask us on a one-on-one, ask your upline director, how do I get it right? And we are doing some sessions right now around this time on how you use the social media to do massive sponsoring. And let's see those who have sponsored too. Personal. The first one is Constantina San. Congratulations. Then we have Lydia Mwesa. Congratulations. Now, Charles Bett mentioned that Lydia Mwesa had to go back to school to take a course, not really the academic school. Lydia Mwesa, we can hear you celebrating. Congratulations.
Thank you.
She's saying in Kikamba, yes, I had to go back to school to learn how to use social media so that I'm able to sponsor. And the people she has sponsored, by the way, Lydia, I believe you got them from social media?
Yes.
Perfect, you see? So it's possible. You just need to be willing to be taught how to do it. And we are doing it. This week, we are focusing on doing it. Yes, Lydia?
Yes, sir.
Did you say something?
I'm just congratulating those of us that are sponsoring very well and using social media. That's the way to go.
Yes. And you see, Mwesa started with not even having an account in the Facebook. Imagine starting from not having an account in Facebook, and today her problem is not whom to talk to. It is time to talk to the very many people that she's able to prospect. So my homework to you, even before you finish this recognition, is get in touch with your upline director and you ask them, how do I become a guru in sponsoring from social media? All right, let's move on to the sponsoring list. And from sponsoring 2, we got to sponsoring 4. No one has sponsored 3, but we have someone who has sponsored 4, and that is Josphat and Piero. And you know what? All of them from Facebook. All the 4 from Facebook. And I want to tell you this, that soon and very soon, you will see us sponsoring 50. We just got a breakthrough of how we can sponsor 50 personal through the Facebook. So don't be left behind and don't wait for next month. This is the month. Now let's also appreciate those who have done high points. Just before that, I think it's important to mention this to remind us, when you sponsor 3 personal, we'll give you an LDC, a free LDC bottle. Remember, LDC is our top detergent ever. You use it, you'll never go wrong. I don't know how many of us have used it, but I know there are many of us who have not used it because they don't know its power. So we give you that LDC, you go diluting it, it gives you a lot of more LDC, many other liters from 1 liter. Now, if you sponsor 5, instead of the LDC, you'll get 3,000 Kenya shillings. So you'll be able to buy your LDC and you're left with some good cash. Now, if you sponsor 3 or more, and those 3 or more, they have 100 personal points. Maybe someone has joined with the Provitality and there is buy 2 more Provitalities. That's why it's 108 points, for example. And they are QSMs, 1,000 points and above. Then you get, in addition to what you have gotten in the past, you get 2 bottles of aloe vera. Oh my. You will be so excited about that. That's the aloe vera there, 2 bottles. Let's finish with recognizing the personal PVs, those who have done 250 and above. If you have done less than 250, even if you're in top 10, we don't recognize. So we start with the number 10, Catherine Juma, 258%. And I know, Catherine, you will do this 4 times so that it's 1,000 by close of the month. Why not? Number 9, Gabriel Bukoy, 270 personal points. Well done. Faith Gaira, 273. Congratulations. Christine Ondari, 285. Well done. Number 6, Priscilla Terieni, 307. She's very determined to make sure that October is her month for director. And by the way, all these others, I know this month we are going to hit director. Number 5, Josphat and Piero's Karaoke, 476. And we feel so nice when we see people beating us. It means that you are literally working for excellence. That's the way to go. Frederick and Dorina Luda, 524 personal PVs. And we got to position number 3. Well done, Florence Okech, one of our wound team members, 526 personal PVs. Position number 2 goes to Eddie the Cocky, 552 personal PVs. And the highest is a young gentleman, already in his 80s, but very strong, using our products in a big way. He drives himself around and is an example of what it means to use products. And that is the Reverend Samuel Moshoga, 565 personal PVs. Well done, Reverend. Now remember, those who are becoming directors this month, you are going to be part of the 5-star hotel lifestyle beginning of December. And you're also going to get 10,000 Kenya shillings cash. Please, let's go for it. Those who are taking their steps to Wound Team, that is Sapphire and above, then we are paying for your bed and breakfast in a 5-star hotel. Charles, this is still waiting for you. Please take the step. And all the other directors in the call, I can see Rosemary is like, all right, you will know that I love lifestyle. Yeah, go for it. So ladies and gentlemen, that marks the end of our recognition. I want to